What is up, YouTube? I got another Pokemon battle for you guys. Sorry about the outfit, by the way. I came home from work early, so that explains why the shirt's like this. Like, it's ridiculously cut up. Like, seriously, you think just the front is bad? But look at the sides, and then the back. The back is even worse. I call this my t-shirt thong because I just left a little strip of t-shirt in the back to hold it together. That way I can get the most out of my tan. So, that explains that. I am facing Butler93. He also posts Pokemon videos on YouTube. I decided to challenge him because I saw a podcast that he did with LokiMan42 and Amazing. And so I checked out his channel, saw a few vids, and he had on there his Skype, and it was like, challenge me, or message me on Skype if you want to challenge me, so that's what I did. Which reminds me, I made a Skype, specifically for if you want to challenge me to battle. I'll put the name in the description, but it's Jaderider082, so you could challenge me on there, or you could challenge me on Smogon. I'll post that my page in the description there as well, or you could even message me on YouTube. I'd prefer the other two methods though, so there you go. And I'll post Butler93's page in the description as well. And hope you guys like the battle. It's UU tier as always, and subscribe if you like it. Hope you enjoy. Hey everyone, here is the match versus Butler93. I start off with my Jolteon, and he starts off with an Ambipom. I'm going, okay, he's going to fake out, it's what Ambipoms do. Switch out to Tangrowth, my physical wall, because he could take the hit well. And I figured he was either going to taunt, or he was going to U-turn out. And so I went for the Ice Beam, so that way if he taunted, I could still hit. And then I thought maybe he would U-turn out into Celebi, predicting a Leech Seed. But so I go for the Hidden Power Ice, and so that worked out. And this turn I go for a Power Whip, thinking maybe he'd U-turn out and be like, well, you went for Ice Beam, so maybe switch in Milotic to take the Ice Beam or something. Because I didn't know what his Milotic had. I thought maybe it had Ice Beam, so he'd bring that in. But he does bring in Rotom, which was a good move. I switch out to my Arcanine, predicting an Overheat, and he does Volt Switch, so either he wasn't sure I was going to use, or he thought I would switch in Float Soul to take the Overheat. So, you know, good move on his part. So I'm left with my Arcanine half HP. I do have Hidden Power Grass, but I cannot take out that Milotic in one hit. So, bring in my Deoxys, because he can wall anything this Milotic wants to bring out. Yeah, so I set up my rocks, because that's always a good tool to have. And he gets off a Dragon Tail. Didn't realize it got a crit there, so it didn't matter. Bring out my Jolteon. So that was always cool. I figured go for Thunderbolt, because I'm like, well, in case he stays in, you know, I don't know what he's going to do. Best move probably would have been to do Volt Switch right there. So I'm realizing it's going to be like a 3 or 4 hit KO. So I switch out to my Hitmonlee, and he predicts that and goes for the Thunder Wave. We just predicted I'll switch out. I don't know if he thought Hitmonlee. Anyways, gets me with a Thunder Wave. It's like, ooh, you suck. And I know what he's going to do. So I go for a Sucker Punch, and he actually uses Recover. I'm like, alright, this is not going well, but he does switch out as I go for another Sucker Punch, because, yeah, figured might as well. And I knew I could take at least one Scald, because Hitmonlee is pretty good special defense. So I take the Scald, can't get burned because I'm already paralyzed, go for a high jump kick, and it almost knocks him out. Now, he knew I had Sucker Punch, but he did not know I had Mach Punch. So I go for the Mach Punch here and get Terahacks, and he uses Rest. And it's like, no! Gosh! And I was talking to him on Skype, and he was like, it didn't matter using Sucker Punch, I used Rest. I was like, oh no, actually it was Mach Punch. So you got a crit on me, and I just got Terahacks on a kill. It's like, that sucks. Bring in Float Soul, figuring maybe I could set up, you know, because he can't kill me with the Scald. Because he has a bulk upset Float Soul. It brings out my Hitmonlee again, and since he has Marvel Scale, and he's asleep, his defense is increased 50%, so I am not going to be able to do squat. And then I die to a critical hit Scald. So that's 2 critical hits and a pair of hacks. Go for Volt Switch here. Didn't know if he would stay in. Thinking back now, I don't know why he wouldn't, because otherwise his sleep counter would restart. So I should have done Thunderbolt. It might have knocked him out because I am Specs modest. That didn't work. Brings up my Deoxys. Misses the Dragon Tail, so that's cool. And I go for Seismic Toss thinking maybe I could kill it, and it doesn't. He uses Scald. So what I go for here, thinking maybe he's going to rest again, is I go and set up some spikes, but he actually switches out. So Set up spikes. I am a max special defense, max HP Deoxys. Oh no, I don't set up spikes. Just kidding. I go for seismic toss, trying to kill him. Duh. But then here, I knew I could survive a hit, so I go for the spikes. And so there we go. There. Get one set up. I'm like, all right, let's go for two because he did an Aura Sphere that did nothing. Let's go for two sets of spikes. You know, pile these up because he doesn't have a spinner. And so I get my second layer of spikes, and I was just telling him over Skype, I'm like, this guy has been crit on in 14 out of his 16 battles, not realizing the Dragon Tail before, and then immediately after that, he gets another crit. I'm like, cool, 15 out of his 17 battles, he has had a critical hit on him. It's like, what are the chances that he could be just that unlucky? You're a terrible wall if you get crit on all the time. He does this, goes for the overheat, and I didn't know what he was going to do, so he does that, he is scarfed. I go for the Volt Switch, and knowing he's scarfed, I'm like, he has overheat and he's -2. So I decided to bring in my Float Soul. He was probably thinking I was going to Aqua Jet, so he probably saved that out later for fodder. And I predicted that and went for Bulk Up right here. It was like, alright, let's get shit done. So on +1 attack, I decided to go for a Crunch, and it does not quite kill him. And to find out he has max HP, max defense. So it's like, ugh, that bites. Goes for the Thunder Wave. I did get defense drop, so I'm like, maybe he's close enough. Since I'm +1 and he's -1 defense, then I could kill him with an Aqua Jet. But it does not succeed. And I'm just like, oh, gosh, you gotta be kidding me. Goes for the Recover. And I go again for a Crunch, thinking that I could kill him, you know, with the -1 defense. But he was to recover again, and then I get Para-Hacks, and he's just like, this is not my day. I have yet to kill anything. And he brings in his Rotom as fodder. So I get Para-Hacks again, by the way. It didn't matter, but still. And then he brings out his Milotic, and thanks to the spikes, Milotic goes down too. It's like, alright, finally doing something. Wow. And brings in Ambipom. Like I said, Ambipom fake out, about +1 defense, so I figured I could take just one. And I get flinched, you know, of course. I go for the Aqua Jet just to knock out Ambipom. And it's determined at this point he's fodder, you know, whatever. I'm not concerned. So, I mean, it could have gone for an Aqua Jet there, but oh well. So, Float Soul's gone. His Ambipom is gone as well, as long as Milotic and yeah, the other Pokemon. Go for Shadow Ball here, because I am modest specs, and he does not die. I'm like, holy crap, do you die to anything? And so that doesn't work. Jolteon goes down. I send out Arcanine, he's scarfed, and I go for a Fire Blast. And so I knock out Celebi. And it's like, alright, then he sends out his Azelf. I'm like, oh, I hope his Azelf isn't scarfed. I don't remember what it has used, if anything. So I go for Fire Blast again. That knocks it out. So that's gone. And then he sends out his Raikou. It's like, if I miss a Fire Blast, I can lose this. So what I do is I make the safe switch into Tangrowth, so that way I can switch up my move the next time and use a 100% accuracy move and kill him. So Tangrowth comes in. I'm like, oh, maybe he could take 2 Thunderbolts. I do go for the Power Whip, but he cannot. So he dies, but I am able to bring in a Scarfed Arcanine with any move at my choice. Go for Close Combat, because it's, well, Raikou has lower defense and does special defense naturally, so I decided to go for that. Get a crit, wasn't necessary. But good game, Butler. Thanks for the chance to battle you. I had a lot of fun, and it did turn out pretty close. Hope you guys liked it. If you do, subscribe. Subscribe to Butler too, if you'd like. Anyways, take care.